A hiker recently found a 2,000-year-old Roman coin, which there's only known to be one other example of. The Israeli Antiquities Authority just made this announcement. The woman who found it, her name's Laurie Rimon. She works in a kibbutz in Israel. She was hiking with some friends in eastern Galilee, that's in the north of Israel. And apparently she was sitting by some ruins. She was taking a quick break with some of her friends, and she spotted the shiny object that's her in the ground. And then she picks it up, cleans it off, kind of realizes, oh crap, this is not a toy. This is an actual Roman coin. So she called the Israel Antiques Authority, the IAA. They come over, right? They assess it, they clean it off, they look at it, and they're like, wow, you found a priceless piece of history. Oh my God, we're gonna take it from you and we're gonna give you a lousy little certificate. She gets like a little certificate. She just found like this like priceless coin, and they're gonna like, here's your certificate of being a good Samaritan for finding this coin. Oh, come on. You know how much money these museums are gonna make off of people coming to see these kinds of coins? She doesn't get anything if she found it. Hell no. What do you think, Margaret?
I'm wondering if she would have been subject to some sort of penalty or legality issue for keeping it and not disclosing that she had it. Or maybe she could have just gotten off scot-free and sold it.
The actual award was for being a good Samaritan, being honest and not keeping it. So I guess a lot of people steal stuff, but then it's like, well, what do you do with it without
the... She found it. I mean,
right, that's true.
Whoever dropped it isn't using it anymore.
No, you're right, and I'm totally on Laurie Rimon's side on these things. So I want to get a little bit into the coin itself. That's it. That's the back of it. So on the front, there's an image of the Emperor Augustus. For any history buffs out there, you know that he was the founder of the Roman Empire. And so you automatically think, oh my God, this thing is extremely old, way older than what we would think it was. But no, it was actually minted by the Emperor Trajan in 107 CE, which means basically that Trajan kind of was like, let's do like an honorary series of coins commemorating our first emperor.
Like we do.
Like we do now. So to me, like, that's kind of cool, and it gives us a little insight into, like, you know, the everyday of Roman life. I mean, they put out minted, like, editions, limited edition coins, just like we do now. I think that's really cool.
I do too. You know, it's not surprising that we would take, you know, aspects of the way things are done and continue them on. But I'm still really upset that this poor woman lost her incredible find of a lifetime.
Right. Or, I mean, there's that way of seeing it, and then there's the other way of seeing it. Well, I just found something awesome for humanity to enjoy. When they go to the museums, they can see one of these awesome gold coins that seem to be in very, very good condition, and looking at it, I mean, that's awesome. And the fact that it was just sitting there, like on a hiking trail, again, I always get really excited when we do these stories where they find something crazy, like under like a Walmart parking lot, you know.
Runaway Nazi gold train.
Stuff like that. And it's cool just to think about, you know, what lies just around, you know. You don't always have to search that far to find something that's so damn old and has so much meaning to it. I think that's awesome, but I'm also a nerd when it comes to history stuff, so that's just me.
Would this one encourage me? I'm not a hiker. I really loathe and detest hiking, but I think that if I could that would encourage someone to get out of the house and sort of...
Certainly. You know. You're not going to find something like a Roman coin in the Santa Monica Mountains, for example, but depending on where you are, yes, that is a good idea.
You never know.
Yeah, you also might find like a mountain lion, so there's also reasons why not to go hiking. But there are a little more details I'd like to go regarding the coin itself. I was listening to one historian today on the BBC, and he was talking about how this find is huge, and he was basically talking about, you know, what these coins would have been used for. Coins like this that were gold and usually were commemorating somebody, were usually worth a lot more money, right? And so they would pay people like mercenaries, for example, in these coins. And the reason why there's a lot of them around, well, not a lot of them, but the reason why, you know, a lot of people use them was basically like, well, you go to like a market, for example, in the ancient Roman days, and you have this coin which is worth a lot. What they were saying was it's really difficult to use it and to get change if you go to like a market. For example, if you have like $100 bill in your pocket, you're not going to go to like the taco truck, right? It might be hard to get like a lot of change back. Or for example, like if you want to use like a 500 euro note, right? That's not easy, right? Because a lot of people don't have change. So a lot of people just kept them. So they think for that reason that there's a lot more of these. They just got to find them. And this is just another one because they found one and they were like, okay, that's pretty cool. They dated it. They realized, oh man, this isn't as old as it looks because it's got the first emperor, so it must have been one of those limited edition coins. And they thought maybe it's just one, but then they found another one exactly like it. So that means there's two, so there must be a lot more.
I wish the coins were still gold. I mean, now they're kind of worthless. They're just symbolic.
Exactly.
Garbage. It's kind of discouraging, a little.
Right, and they're also worth a lot more because they're very old, and they're thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. Well, anyways, I think it's cool. History, popping up all the time in these stories. And I think it's awesome because, this lady's just hiking, doing her thing, and there she stumbles upon a coin that she will get absolutely nothing for except a pat on the back from the IAA saying, "You're a nice person."